Right now, all over America, millions of toddlers are sitting in front of screens, and their parents are doing everything right. They are choosing educational apps. They are picking PBS shows. They are setting timers. They are being responsible. But here is what nobody is telling those parents. It is not just about how much screen time your toddler gets. It is about what screens are physically doing to your toddler's developing brain, right now, in ways you absolutely cannot see. And some of those changes, they do not reverse easily. I am not here to shame you. I am not here to tell you screens are evil. I am here to give you the science, the real science, so you can make informed decisions for your child. Because once you understand what is actually happening inside that little brain during screen time, everything changes. Stay until number 5. It is the one that changes everything. Section 1, the developing brain. Here is what makes toddlerhood so uniquely critical. Between birth and age 3, your child's brain is developing faster than it will at any other point in their entire life. 1 million new neural connections form every single second in the first years of life. 1 million per second. And the quality of experiences during this window directly shapes the architecture of the brain your child will carry for the rest of their life. This is not metaphor. This is neuroscience. The brain being built right now. The one being shaped by every interaction, every conversation, every experience, is the foundation for attention, language, emotional regulation, creativity, and social connection. Which means what your toddler's brain is exposed to during this window matters more than at any other time. Now let's talk about what screens are doing to that window. Way 1, destroying attention span. Most children's programming and apps are designed around something called rapid scene changes, every 2 to 3 seconds. A new image, a new sound, a new stimulus. This is intentional. It keeps toddlers watching. But here is the neurological problem. A toddler's prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for sustained attention, is built through slow, patient, real-world experiences. Through play that requires waiting. Through activities that demand focus without constant novelty. When a toddler's brain is repeatedly exposed to rapid scene changes, it begins to expect and require that level of stimulation to stay engaged. Real life, a conversation, a book, a puzzle, suddenly feels impossibly slow and boring. Research from the American Academy of Pediatrics links fast-paced screen content in toddlers to measurably shorter attention spans, even after just a few weeks of regular exposure. The fix? If screens are used, choose the slowest paced content available. Mr. Rogers' pace, not YouTube Shorts pace. Way 2, replacing critical language development. We covered speech delay in our last video. But this point cannot be overstated. Every minute your toddler spends passively watching a screen is a minute they are not in a serve and return language interaction with a real human being. And serve and return, that back and forth conversation where your toddler makes a sound and you respond, is the single most important builder of language architecture in the developing brain. Screens cannot do serve and return. Full stop. A character on a show cannot pause when your toddler responds, cannot adjust their language based on your child's reaction, cannot look your toddler in the eyes and mirror their expression. Research from Stanford shows that for every hour of background TV exposure, toddlers hear significantly fewer adult words directed at them. Fewer words heard in the first 3 years directly correlates with smaller vocabularies, weaker reading skills, and lower academic performance years later. The fix? When screens are on, sit with your toddler and narrate. Talk about what you are seeing together. Turn passive consumption into active conversation. Way 3, disrupting sleep architecture. This one affects the entire family, and most parents do not make the connection. The blue light emitted from tablets and phones suppresses melatonin, the hormone that signals the brain it is time to sleep. But beyond blue light, the content itself matters. Fast-paced, stimulating content activates the toddler's nervous system in ways that take significantly longer to wind down than parents realize. Research published in the journal Sleep Medicine found that toddlers who used screens within 1 hour of bedtime took longer to fall asleep, had more night wakings, and got significantly less total sleep than toddlers without pre-bedtime screen exposure. And here is why that matters beyond just the tired morning that follows. Deep sleep is when the toddler brain consolidates learning, builds memory, repairs and grows. Every disrupted night is a disrupted opportunity for brain development. The fix? Screens off minimum 1 hour before bed. Non-negotiable. Replace with the calm bedtime routine we talked about in our sleep video. Way 4. Weakening emotional regulation. Emotional regulation, the ability to manage big feelings, is built through real human interaction. Through moments where a toddler feels frustrated, looks to a parent, receives a co-regulation response, and slowly learns to manage the feeling with support. That process, repeated thousands of times, literally builds the neural pathways for self-regulation. Screens short-circuit that process in 2 ways. First, screens are used as emotional regulators themselves. Toddler upset? Hand them the tablet. Instantly calm. But the toddler has not learned to regulate. They have simply been distracted. The emotion was bypassed, not processed. Second, the dopamine loop that screens create is extraordinarily powerful in the developing brain. Every notification, every new video, every reward in an app triggers a dopamine hit. Over time, the brain begins to expect and need that dopamine level to feel okay. Real life, with its slower, quieter rewards, cannot compete. The result is a toddler who is increasingly dysregulated, increasingly frustrated, and increasingly dependent on screens to feel calm. The fix? When your toddler is upset, be the regulator. Not the screen. Use the co-regulation tools. The presence, the mirroring, the breathing together that we have covered in this channel. Way 5. Replacing imaginative play. This is the one that changes everything. Imaginative play, free, unstructured, screen-free play, is not just fun. It is the primary vehicle through which the toddler brain builds creativity, problem-solving, executive function, social skills, and emotional intelligence. When a toddler plays pretend, when they build a block tower, when they make a blanket into a fort, when they turn a cardboard box into a spaceship, their brain is doing extraordinary cognitive work. Research from the University of Colorado found that toddlers who had more free, unstructured play had significantly stronger executive function. The set of mental skills that includes planning, focus, self-control, and flexible thinking. Every hour of screen time that replaces free play is an hour of that cognitive work that does not happen. And here is the critical thing about this window. The neural pathways built through imaginative play in the toddler years form the foundation for creativity and problem-solving capacity for life. That window does not stay open forever. The fix? 1 hour of completely screen-free, unstructured play every single day. No toys that do the playing for them. Just space, simple objects, and their own imagination. 5 ways. Let me bring it together fast. Way 1. Rapid screen content destroys the developing attention span. Choose slow-paced content always. Way 2. Every screen minute replaces irreplaceable language interaction. Narrate together when screens are on. Way 3. Screens before bed wreck sleep and wreck brain development. Screens off 1 hour before bedtime. Way 4. Using screens as emotional regulators prevents your toddler from building real regulation skills. Be the regulator yourself. Way 5. Screen time replacing free play steals the most important cognitive development window of your child's life. Protect 1 hour of screen-free play daily. Here is what I need you to hear. This video is not about perfect screen-free parenting. This is not about guilt. This is not about judgment. Every parent uses screens sometimes. Every parent needs a break. That is real, and that is human, and that is okay. This is about awareness, about knowing what is happening so you can make intentional choices. Even one small change, moving screens 30 minutes earlier before bed, adding 10 minutes of face-to-face play, narrating together instead of sitting separately, creates a measurable difference in your toddler's brain development. Small, consistent, intentional, that is all it takes. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 surprised you the most? Which one are you changing first? Drop it in the comments right now. Comment the number. I read every single one and I genuinely want to know where you are starting. And if this video opened your eyes even a little, please hit that like button right now. It is 1 second of your time that puts this information in front of another parent who needs it today. If you are not subscribed yet, do it now and hit the bell. Every single week, I bring you honest, science-backed, zero-judgment parenting tools for the toddler years. You showed up here today because you care deeply about your child's brain and their future. That care, that intention is everything. I will see you in the next one.